coming up to the border. Scales closed. I love that. I love it when they're closed. I got pulled in here once, and in fairness, they were training a new guy, so I was part of that training, I guess. They pulled me in because I was one hole off from being centered at the 41-foot mark. One hole. You could barely tell. I wasn't off intentionally. When I was doing my pre-trip, it looked fine to me. But he said I was one hole off. Go slide. So I had to slide one hole. Thank God I got that tool. Right? Makes that easier. And I slide and then away I go. Well, how busy are we? Trucks don't look too bad. Thank God we're not a car. What's going on here? I heard the Canadians were starting to go back to the States. I don't know why, guys. There's nothing down there that you can't find here. We have some great parks and camping and fishing. And buying stuff in the States, once you consider the exchange rate, it's not really any cheaper. Unless you find a really good sale. You know what? North Dakota, South Dakota, Manitoba, Minnesota. I have no clue. Oklahoma, holy crap. Is that far one open? It is. All right. It looks like it was Americans coming to Canada. And now they're going home because it is Sunday, right? Oh. What's the Canadian side look like? I may have to look back on the video, but I don't really see anybody. So Canadians maybe not going back to the U.S., but Americans coming to Canada? Possible. It's okay. We welcome the American citizens. It's not the people in America that we're upset with. When we talk about elbows up, we don't care about John and Sandy and Beverly and Bob. You know, just the American citizens. I know I use generally white names there. They were just the easiest ones to come to mind. But no, we don't have a problem with American citizens. As a country, we're just fighting back politically. We'll still welcome Americans. Alright, this is where the recording ends. Best be safe. I'll see you on the other side when we're in the United States of America. Well, we got cleared. All is good. Had to give them a little bit of extra paperwork. I completely forgot because this is an agricultural product. There's a agricultural form that I had to show them. I forgot about that, but I keep the paperwork within reach. So that worked well. In fact, I should probably... Yeah, I can't reach it all. I hate these huge dashes. These big dashboards. I can't grab it right now because I got vehicles trying to pass me because I can only do 62 mile an hour and everybody's trying to do 80. All the Canadian semis seem to do 105 kilometers, so about 66 miles. They're all trying to get past me. But we're making okay time. It's just after lunch right now. Trucking. I heard they're a good company. Whew. I don't know why I'm yawning. I must need another sip of coffee. The coffee that I picked up. Really? Slow down. He pulled in. There was less than a second gap between us, and he had to move over because he didn't want me blocking those cars. I get that, because if he stayed in that lane too long, the cars would have just come down his right-hand side. That's what he's thinking, most likely. But now, I gotta try to pick up speed, and I gotta be careful not to let the RPMs go too high, because the automatic transmission doesn't like to shift properly. We still haven't looked at it. And all this stuff is supposed to be part of our incentive pay increase. We get points. We accumulate enough points and we get our incentive pay. I'm not quite sure how it all works out. They keep saying that they're going to hold an information session. I haven't heard anything about when this session will be yet. But hopefully tomorrow I gotta make a phone call called driver engagement, because I guess they're looking for people to join the Special Olympics parade. So I want to get some more information about that in September, I believe. And it's to show our support. The company supports the Special Olympics, and it's to show our support, and I would like to participate. Let's see. Close that up. There we go. Alright. Bill of lading and everything right here. They kept the agricultural paperwork. I'm not sure, but I believe they would have. I keep my ACE because I staple that to my bill of lading so that when payroll goes through the paperwork, they like to know the trip number. And if I keep the ACE and just staple the ACE to it, the trip number's on the ACE. When I deliver in Canada, I can do the same thing there. But if I pick up a load, well, like the Walmart load, right? There was no ACI or ACE for that because, oh my Lord, it's open. I have not seen this scale open in like 20 years. Oh, This is a treat, everybody. It's not often you see anybody happy to cross a scale. But seeing that this is open means that they are actually working to keep everybody in compliance here. Both Canadian and American drivers. But it's a good sign, right? Keep the bad trucks off the road. The ones with all the defects. How'd he get through? He's got a fairing that looks like it's all bungee corded. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, that was a Freightliner Cascadia. They have a little flap compartment right below the driver's side door, and that thing tends to break. We are not an empty truck, so we cannot use the right lane. We have to use the left lane. Drive through unless directed. Okay, so we don't have to stop on each, but I'm going to drop my window so I can listen to a call out. Come on, downshift. There we go. Come on. Keep going. And we're done. See, this is such an old scale. I heard they upgraded it, but there's no lights. And that would have been one of the first things they did to upgrade it. Nope. This guy either got told to park, or he's just stopping for a moment. Leave at the dot. Oh, yeah. They're just taking their puppy out to do their business. That's fair. So I guess they haven't upgraded this one. Because I heard they upgraded it, and then in my mind it's like, well, you upgraded it, but then it's never open. Why? That's a waste of money. It'll be nice to see this one get upgraded and open more regularly. But as I was saying, those Freightliner Cascadias, they got that little flap door right below the driver's side door. And it folds down. The problem is the hinge is just, it's not even really a spring, it's more of a wire. Right? And it closes it up. And it'll hold it closed. And I believe they also use a magnet. But unless the magnet's super strong, when you're bouncing down the road, that thing just falls open, and then you go to step out and you step on that, and it makes it a very awkward step. Drivers can hurt themselves. Plus, you roll over a scale with that thing hanging open, you're going to get pulled in. And that's that flap door. It's so that you can access the cords for the air tanks. We have to drain the air tanks as part of our pre-trip. eastern side of Minneapolis. Just getting back onto I-94. It's been interesting getting through here. Motorcyclists in Minneapolis or Minnesota. And I don't know what's with some of you. Sit there in my blind spot like you're clubbing it. Pull right in front of me. Crazy, crazy. So I've got about another hour to go to Menominee. We're almost in Wisconsin. Gonna have to push hard tomorrow. Get as far as I can. But I think we're gonna have to do some driving early morning hours of Wednesday to make it to the customer on time. But I think we can do it. I say that, but I don't know about what kind of construction we got. What are we gonna have to contend with? Looks like we might get some rain tonight. That storm that I was concerned about was headed east. So this must be what's remaining getting pulled in behind it. There ain't a lot of wind, which is good. But we're nearing the end of summer. Soon it's going to be the fall. And if it's a wet fall, we're going to have lots of rainstorms to go through, which is fine. I'm just hoping that it's going to be a mild winter. Alright, let's get all the storms out of Mother Nature's system now. And then when winter comes, I don't care if it's a little cold. I don't care if it's snowing often. Just no blizzards, okay? Because a lot of my return trips, I shouldn't say a lot lately, it hasn't been a lot, are through Northern Ontario. When they get hit with blizzards, that lake effect snow is no joke. Very, very sticky stuff. And then all of a sudden, Highway 17 and Highway 11 are closed, and you're just sitting there unpaid. Not free to go do whatever you want because you're stuck. If the roads are closed due to a blizzard, it's not like you can be sitting at the truck stop going, I'm going to call a cab and go to the bar or go to the movie theater or whatever happens to be in the town. here in Menominee. We made it! I pulled into the parking lot here with 16 minutes left on my logbook. And that's also for my shift. Because I had started my day, had the leak, the coolant leak. So I had to take that to the shop. And that took a little bit of time. Not too much. I think, with the amount of time of getting it in, like getting it actually into the shop, and the repair and the cleanup, and including dropping and hooking a trailer, probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So, yeah, is what it is. That's trucking. I had hoped to make it further, Black River Falls. Black River Falls is hour and 25 minutes. Yeah, probably about an hour and 20 minutes further up the road. So that would have been nice. So, also have that half-hour break that we are required to take, which does not stop our 14-hour clock. And a couple of stops of doing our circle checks. It all eats it up. Anyways, we got here. This is the Quick Trip truck stop at mile marker 45. A lot of the times, this is where I'll go because got the Quick Trip, which now has a nice clean parking lot that they've redone. Across the highway is a Love's truck stop, which is full early, and across from that is a Cenex, which has a large parking lot, and you can usually find parking over there. You can usually find a spot where you can fit yourself in and be out of everybody's way, but it's not 24 hours. So if you need the washroom or anything in the middle of the night, not going to be there. It's the one downside. But Trucker Path kept saying that there was many parking spots here, and it was updating. It updated, said what was it? When I got here, the last report was an hour earlier. That's what it said. Still usually makes me nervous, but yeah, plenty of parking here. So I managed to get a spot, and I was going to make dinner, but I decided no, so I can get right to the editing. I bought a dinner. $6. Tonight we're having cheesy chicken casserole. These are Quick Trip brand. So these aren't like purchased at Walmart or anything. This is all Quick Trips. They have them made. They have them brought in daily, and they're good. Or do they? They might actually make them here. I don't know. I don't know if they make them in store, or because all the Quick Trips have these. So I'm gonna guess they probably make them in store, but I could be wrong. But they're not that expensive. Quick meal. They got some good ones there. Beef stroganoff. Lot. They love their mac and cheese though, man. They got about 8 different versions of mac and cheese in there. Basically, it's mac and cheese, and then they add other stuff to it. Bacon, chicken, buffalo chicken. They had one that was popper. I don't know what was in there. Probably some jalapenos. But anyways, I chose this. I'm gonna head off to bed. I'll do a little bit of editing and get some sleep. I'm gonna be up Well, I got to start my day at 7:15 in the morning and get down the road. Hopefully, we should be making it into Indiana tomorrow. So that's the plan. Originally, I was expecting Spiceland, but remember I said I want to try to get a little further than that. That's only about 9.5 hours from here. Another hour up the road in Eaton, Ohio, is a pilot. That's going to be tough because that's going to be 10.5 hours. Can we do it? It's going to be very, very tight. Because in the States, your day starts the moment you start your pre-trip. And that on-duty time counts down your hours. So, and also we have a half-hour break that we have to take. So, don't want to be eating into the 14-hour clock too much. We're just going to have to push hard and hope for the best. If I can get to Eaton, Ohio, then it's just over another 1,000 kilometers to the customer. But if not, then it's like 1,100 kilometers to the customer. It's going to be tight, but we're going to do what we can do. If it looks like I'm going to be late, I will just call I will call the company tomorrow and just explain to them I'm not going to make it there for 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll make it there for 9 or 10. It'll still be the same day. But that way they can call the customer and try to make arrangements. That's trucking. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm hoping you enjoyed the video, and I know I say that every time, but I mean it. I will catch you guys next time.